Well-balanced. Nicely or evenly balanced, arranged, or regulated. A well-balanced education includes both theoretical knowledge and practical skills. The report presents a well-balanced analysis of both advantages and disadvantages. User-friendly. Describe anything easy to learn and use. The user-friendly design of the application reduces the need for technical support. Many consumers prefer user-friendly devices that require minimal effort to operate. Heavily influenced. Ability to have a strong effect on people. Consumer behavior is heavily influenced by advertising and branding strategies. Modern architecture is heavily influenced by sustainability and energy efficiency. Well-educated. With lots of knowledge about many subjects. Well-educated leaders are crucial in shaping policies that benefit society as a whole. The country's success is largely attributed to its well-educated and skilled labor force. Hotly debated. Discussing in a lively or angry manner. The new tax reforms have become a hotly debated subject in Parliament sessions. The role of artificial intelligence in employment is a hotly debated modern concern. Deeply rooted. Firmly implanted or established. Social inequality is deeply rooted in systemic economic and educational disparities. Discrimination is often deeply rooted in unconscious biases and historical injustices. Much needed. Something you really want, very necessary. The much-needed reforms are crucial for improving the country's healthcare system. The much-needed renovations have transformed the old building into a modern hub. Long-standing. Having existed or continued for a long time. Environmental pollution remains a long-standing concern for scientists worldwide. The university has a long-standing tradition of excellence in research and education. Highly contagious. Transmissible by direct or indirect contact. Measles is a highly contagious disease, requiring immediate vaccination efforts. Social distancing helps control the spread of highly contagious respiratory infections. Hands-on. Involving you doing something, not just watching. Hands-on training improves practical skills and boosts confidence in the workplace. Many students benefit from hands-on workshops to reinforce theoretical knowledge. Strictly forbidden. Not allowed according to the law. Some substances are strictly forbidden due to their harmful environmental impact. Smoking is strictly forbidden inside all public transportation systems across the city. Well planned. Having been carefully thought out in advance. Well-planned infrastructure is crucial for supporting urban growth and development. The company's well-planned marketing campaign led to a significant increase in sales. Deeply affected. Have an influence on someone or something. The local community was deeply affected by the recent floods, losing many homes. His life was deeply affected by the decision, leading him to change his career path. Old-fashioned. No longer modern or fashionable. How old-fashioned views on gender roles created disagreements in their marriage. She prefers old-fashioned books over digital versions for a richer reading experience. Highly dependent. Relying heavily on someone or something else. The student's success is highly dependent on the effort they invest in their studies. Many small businesses are highly dependent on local consumers for their survival. Service-oriented. A way of integrating and dynamic business processes. A service-oriented mindset enhances customer satisfaction and fosters brand loyalty. In today's competitive market, a service-oriented approach helps businesses stand out. Closely associated. In a way that is directly connected. High crime rates are closely associated with economic instability and unemployment. Smoking is closely associated with various respiratory diseases and heart conditions. Vividly illustrated. Produced with extravagance and profusion. The history book vividly illustrated ancient cultures through detailed descriptions. The novel vividly illustrated the struggles of the characters in a war-torn country. Quick-witted. Intelligent and good at thinking quickly. His quick-witted responses impressed the judges during the debate competition. Successful entrepreneurs are often quick-witted and adaptable to market changes. Conveniently located. A place that is near or easy to get. The hotel is conveniently located, near public transportation and major attractions. The supermarket is conveniently located, beside a busy residential neighborhood. Thoroughly spoilt. Diminish or destroy the value or quality of. Her thoroughly spoilt nature made her unaware of the difficulties others faced in life. The thoroughly spoilt celebrity always expects special treatment wherever they went. Highly respected. Admired and approved of by many people. A highly respected athlete, she served as an inspiration for countless young players. The highly respected journalist uncovered stories that led to significant social change. Highly recommended. To suggest that a person should do something. The latest smartphone model is highly recommended for its innovative features. This online course is highly recommended for those seeking career advancement. Record-breaking. Surpassing any previously established record. The new skyscraper achieved a record-breaking height in modern architecture. A record-breaking storm hit the coast, causing significant damage to infrastructure. Reasonably priced. Products that are available at a fair price. This brand offers stylish, yet reasonably priced clothing for young professionals. The airline provides reasonably priced tickets for frequent travelers and tourists. Long-lasting. Enduring or existing for a long period. The firm produces long-lasting products with environmentally friendly materials. The direction aims to create long-lasting economic stability through new policies. Delicately balanced. Weak and easy to damage or break. Their relationship was delicately balanced between trust and misunderstanding. The government's response must be delicately balanced to satisfy public demands. Short term. Describe things that will last for a short time. The company hired employees on a short-term contract for seasonal demand. The athlete focused on short-term improvements to prepare for the tournament. Categorically denied. Deny having anything to do with. The accused categorically denied committing any crime during the investigation. The spokesperson categorically denied rumors about the company's bankruptcy. High quality. adhering to an excellent standard of measure. High-quality education equips students with the necessary skills for future success. High-quality research papers require careful attention to detail and critical analysis. Deeply offended. To be upset or to hurt the feelings of someone. He was deeply offended when his hard work was completely ignored by his peers. Many people were deeply offended by the insensitive remarks during the interview. Long forgotten. Belonging to the past, no longer remembered. Long-forgotten stories from his youth were brought up during the family reunion. The long-forgotten rulebook was found in the attic, hidden beneath piles of dust. Slow-moving. Showing little progress or activity. The slow-moving legal process often delays justice for many innocent individuals. A slow-moving economy affects job opportunities and business growth negatively. Highly controversial. The subject of intense public argument. Capital punishment remains a highly controversial issue in modern legal systems. Animal testing remains highly controversial, despite its benefits in medical research. Never-ending. Having or seeming to have no end. The never-ending supply of information on the internet can overwhelm users daily. Environmental pollution seems like a never-ending challenge for modern societies. Utterly devastated. Feeling extremely shocked and sad. The town was utterly devastated by the unexpected earthquake that struck last night. He was utterly devastated when he learned that his job position had been eliminated. Forward thinking. Thinking about and planning for the future. Forward-thinking leaders embrace technological advancements to drive progress. A forward-thinking approach is essential for addressing climate change effectively. Far-reaching. Having important and widely applicable effects. The new environmental policy will have far-reaching consequences for industries. Environmental degradation has far-reaching effects on biodiversity and food security. Completely exhausted. Severe condition without any power or energy. The students were completely exhausted after studying for final exams all night. She was completely exhausted from preparing for the big presentation all week. World famous. Known by people all over the world. Paris is home to several world-famous landmarks, attracting millions of tourists. The museum displays world-famous paintings from different historical periods. Completely different. Not the same as someone or something. Although they are twins, their personalities are completely different and unique. The two cultures have completely different traditions, values, and social norms. Full length. Showing or adapting to the entire length. Full-length mirror installations are essential for checking the entire outfit at once. The full-length novel offers a deep insight into the protagonist's emotional journey. Densely populated. With a lot of people close together. The densely populated city center faces constant traffic congestion and pollution. Densely populated areas are more vulnerable to the spread of contagious diseases. Long anticipated. Having been expected for a long time. The long-anticipated meeting finally resolved the ongoing issues within the institute. The long-anticipated report on climate change has finally been released to the public. Widely recognized. Formally acknowledged or accepted as valid. His theory became widely recognized after extensive research and peer reviews. This university offers a widely recognized degree in engineering and technology. Heavily indebted. Owing gratitude or recognition to another. She became heavily indebted after taking out multiple loans to start her business. He was heavily indebted after investing in a business venture that failed to succeed. Deadly serious. Absolutely serious and is not joking. His deadly serious expression showed how important the issue at hand really was. A deadly serious threat emerged, forcing the authorities to issue an emergency alert. Nerve-wracking. Causing a person to feel very nervous. The nerve-wracking interview left him sweating and anxious about the final decision. The nerve-wracking wait for the flight delay announcement frustrated the passengers. Readily available. Easily available to just about everyone. Emergency medical assistance must be readily available in hospitals at all times. Online courses are readily available for students seeking flexible learning options. Cold-blooded. Animals, such as reptiles, fishes, and amphibians. The cold-blooded killer showed no remorse for the terrible crimes he committed. His cold-blooded response to the situation shocked everyone present at the meeting. Desperately eager. Wanting very much to do or have something. He was desperately eager to impress the hiring manager during the job interview. They were desperately eager to find a solution to the ongoing environmental crisis. Eternally grateful. Warmly or deeply appreciative of kindness. The community is eternally grateful for the volunteers who help during disasters. He is eternally grateful for the guidance and mentorship of his senior colleagues. Blue collar. Relating to people who do physical work. The blue-collar workers in the factory often perform tasks requiring physical strength. Many blue-collar families struggle with balancing work hours and family commitments. Quite furious. A strong desire to know about something. She was quite furious after hearing the unfair decision made by the committee. He was quite furious when his hard work went unrecognized during the meeting. Sought after. Wanted by many people and hard to get or find. High-quality products remain sought after by consumers looking for reliable options. A sought-after internship can significantly boost one's career prospects and experience. Fiercely competitive. Having a strong desire to compete or succeed. The real estate market in major cities is fiercely competitive, with limited availability. The sports industry is fiercely competitive, with athletes striving to outdo each other. Thought-provoking. Causing people to think seriously about something. Philosophical debates often lead to thought-provoking discussions on morality. The movie's ending was ambiguous, making it a thought-provoking experience. Highly unusual. Different from what is usual or normal. A highly unusual artifact was found during the archaeological excavation last week. His highly unusual behavior raised concerns among his colleagues and supervisors. Hard-working. Putting a lot of effort into work. Hard-working students often outperform their peers in academic achievements. A hard-working athlete requires discipline, perseverance, and rigorous training. Deeply moved. Having strong feelings of sadness or sympathy. The audience was deeply moved by the powerful message of the documentary film. The performance was so emotionally intense that it left the audience deeply moved. Full-fledged. Completely developed or trained. The startup company has grown into a full-fledged business with multiple employees. After years of preparation, she finally became a full-fledged scientist with her own lab. Quite impossible. Unable to be done or happen. Given the current circumstances, it seems quite impossible to meet the deadline. Without sufficient resources, it is quite impossible to implement the project effectively. Short-sighted. Unable to see distant objects clearly. The government's short-sighted policies fail to address critical social problems. Short-sighted educational reforms often lead to declining academic performance. Heavily armed. Carrying a lot of dangerous weapons. Heavily armed officers patrolled the area in response to increasing security concerns. The rebel group was heavily armed, making it difficult for the authorities to intervene. Time-consuming. Using or taking up a great deal of time. Organizing the event was a time-consuming process, but the outcome was worth it. The time-consuming task of analyzing the data delayed the completion of the project. Utterly miserable. Extremely unhappy or uncomfortable. The stranded hikers were utterly miserable without food, water, or proper shelter. The long, sleepless nights made her utterly miserable and emotionally exhausted. Ill-mannered. Lacking or indicating a lack of good manners. The child was ill-mannered and refused to apologize after causing trouble in class. He was criticized for his ill-mannered comments during the debate on social issues. Deeply offended. Do or say something that upsets someone. The professor was deeply offended when students ignored his well-prepared lecture. I was deeply offended when my sincerity was questioned in front of the entire group. Self-centered. only interested in yourself and your own activities. His self-centered attitude prevented him from considering others' feelings or needs. Self-centered people often prioritize their own interests over the well-being of others. All-encompassing, including or covering everything or everyone. Her all-encompassing knowledge of the subject impressed the entire audience. His all-encompassing vision renovated the failing business into an industry leader. Vaguely familiar. Describes action that is unclear. The professor's theory seemed vaguely familiar from previous research studies. The book's storyline felt vaguely familiar, though she couldn't remember reading it. Accident-prone. Having or likely to have accidents frequently. The accident-prone driver caused several collisions within his first month of driving. Due to being accident-prone, she frequently visits the emergency room for injuries. Perfectly balanced. A state where things are of equal weight. A perfectly balanced ecosystem maintains harmony between species and resources. The economic policy was perfectly balanced, benefiting businesses and workers alike. Densely populated. With a lot of people living together. Densely populated localities often experience higher rates of pollution and noise. The densely populated regions require more efficient public transportation systems. Mass-produced. To produce large numbers of goods. The company mass-produced smartphones to meet growing consumer demand. Mass-produced goods are generally cheaper, but may lack uniqueness and durability. Emotionally involved. With the intention of making deep relations. He became emotionally involved in the argument, losing his logical perspective. She became emotionally involved in the case, making objective decisions difficult. Eye-opening. Surprising, and teaching new facts about life. Watching the news was an eye-opening reminder of global economic disparities. The documentary provided an eye-opening insight into global environmental issues. Severely damaged. To do a lot of damage to something. The building was severely damaged after the earthquake, making it unsafe to enter. The affiliation between the two countries was severely damaged by the trade dispute. Brand new. Completely new, especially not yet used. They moved into a brand new apartment in the city's newest residential complex. The athlete wore a brand new pair of shoes during his record-breaking performance. Enthusiastically received. A feeling of being very interested or excited. The new policies were enthusiastically received by the employees, improving morale. The proposal was enthusiastically received, marking a positive shift in public opinion. Long term. Continuing for many years or far into the future. The company is planning long-term strategies to increase its global market share. The long-term consequences of poor financial decisions can be difficult to reverse. Tentatively agreed. In a hesitant or uncertain manner. The committee tentatively agreed on the proposed budget after further discussion. The teachers tentatively agreed on the new curriculum changes for next semester. Short-lived. Living or lasting only a little while. The company's success was short-lived, as competitors quickly entered the market. The holiday spirit was short-lived, as the festive decorations were soon packed away. Bitterly disappointed. Dissatisfied with someone or something. I was bitterly disappointed when my flight was delayed for hours at the airport. They were bitterly disappointed by the poor quality of the newly released product. Kind-hearted. Having a kind and sympathetic nature. She is a kind-hearted person, always helping those in need without hesitation. He was known for being kind-hearted, offering assistance to anyone in trouble. Deeply embedded. Stick something firmly within a particular environment. The tradition is deeply embedded in the culture, passed down through generations. The habit of exercise is deeply embedded in his daily routine, improving his health. Strong-willed. Very determined to do something. Strong-willed individuals often inspire others with their unwavering commitment. Strong-willed employees contribute significantly to the success of their companies. Legitimately elected. Something is acceptable according to the law. The mayor was legitimately elected by the people, gaining widespread support. The new leader was legitimately elected through a democratic election process. Ready-made. Prepared and ready to be used immediately. They purchased a ready-made wardrobe to save time and effort on construction. The website provides ready-made templates for users to quickly create their blogs. Absolutely amazed. Feeling or showing great surprise or wonder. The tourists were absolutely amazed by the breathtaking views of the mountains. We were absolutely amazed by the resilience of the community during the disaster. High-spirited. Lively and cheerful in behavior or mood. The high-spirited debate brought fresh perspectives to the classroom discussion. He remained high-spirited, even after facing several challenges during his journey. Comparatively limited. Not allowed to go above a particular level. The job prospects in small towns are comparatively limited compared to larger cities. Due to comparatively limited funding, the project failed to expand as initially planned. Mouth-watering. Having a very delicious taste and appealing smell. The restaurant served a mouth-watering dessert that left everyone wanting more. His mouth-watering proposal was exactly what the investors had been hoping for. Deeply shocked. Feeling very upset or surprised. The team was deeply shocked after hearing about the sudden loss of their coach. The citizens were deeply shocked by the government's abrupt decision to raise taxes. Thick-skinned. Does not appear to be easily hurt by criticism. In politics, a thick-skinned attitude is necessary to survive harsh public scrutiny. A thick-skinned individual can handle criticism without letting it affect their mood. Blissfully ignorant. State of not knowing about something bad. Some people are blissfully ignorant of the environmental impact of their daily habits. The children were blissfully ignorant of the storm approaching, unaware of the danger. Bad-tempered. Irritable, easily annoyed about small things. His bad-tempered nature led to frequent conflicts with co-workers and friends alike. She had a bad-tempered attitude towards anyone who disagreed with her opinions. Bitterly resentful. To feel angry or upset about a situation. He became bitterly resentful of his peers' success while he struggled to advance. She was bitterly resentful about the unfair treatment she received at her workplace. Eye-catching. Noticeable because of being unusual or attractive. His eye-catching performance in the competition earned him a well-deserved prize. The store's eye-catching window display successfully drew many customers inside. Absolutely necessary. Needed to achieve a particular result. It is absolutely necessary to submit the report by the deadline to avoid penalties. It is absolutely necessary to plan ahead when traveling to unfamiliar destinations. Better off. Being in comfortable economic circumstances. After receiving a scholarship, she is financially better off than most of her peers. With access to better resources, these schools are better off in education quality. Highly regarded. Thought to be very good by many people. This book is highly regarded for its detailed historical analysis and factual accuracy. Many professionals are highly regarded for their expertise in various fields of study. Big-headed. Sure that you are more important than other people. She became big-headed after winning the prestigious award, leading to arrogance. It's important to remain humble rather than become big-headed about success. Highly unlikely. Something is unlikely to happen. With current trends, it is highly unlikely that prices will decrease anytime soon. Given the data, it's highly unlikely that the experiment will yield the expected results. Bloody-minded. Difficult to deal with, not willing to help others do things. Despite the advice, he remained bloody-minded and refused to change his decision. They were bloody-minded in their pursuit of victory, regardless of the risks involved. Ridiculously easy. Extremely silly or unreasonable. The exam was ridiculously easy, and most students finished it in less than an hour. The instructions were ridiculously easy to follow, and I finished the project quickly. Short-tempered. Becoming angry without any apparent reasons. If you're short-tempered, it's essential to practice patience in difficult situations. His short-tempered response to the situation only made things worse for everyone. Strongly opposed. disagreeing strongly with something. Local farmers were strongly opposed to the government's agricultural subsidy cuts. Many educators are strongly opposed to standardized testing due to its limitations. Ill-bred. Badly brought up, impolite and crude. Ill-bred children often lack respect for others, especially in social environments. It's essential to teach children not to be ill-bred, fostering politeness and respect. Bitterly cold. Extremely and unpleasantly cold. A bitterly cold gust of wind swept through the city, freezing everything in sight. The bitterly cold air in the mountains left us, shivering even with warm clothes. Last minute. The moment just before a decisive event. The last-minute changes to the schedule caused confusion and delayed the event. Despite last-minute preparation, he managed to deliver a remarkable presentation. Bulletproof. Made from a material that stops bullets. Bulletproof materials are commonly used in law enforcement vehicles for safety. The bulletproof glass ensured that the bank's vault remained secure from robbers. Absolutely ridiculous. Unreasonable and deserves to be laughed at. It's absolutely ridiculous to expect students to learn so much in such little time. His complaint about the minor issue was absolutely ridiculous and unnecessary. Entirely unbelievable. Too dubious or improbable to be believed. The idea that the experiment worked on the first try was entirely unbelievable. It's entirely unbelievable that such a young child could write such profound poetry. Widely accepted. Generally agreed to be satisfactory or right. Technology's role in improving efficiency is widely accepted by businesses globally. The belief that exercise improves health is widely accepted by medical professionals. Well-dressed. Wearing attractive or fashionable clothes. A well-dressed appearance is essential for making a positive impact in interviews. She is always well-dressed, her style blending sophistication with modern trends. Duty-free. Without payment of customs duties. Many people purchase luxury goods at the airport's duty-free shops to save money. Duty-free shopping provides a great opportunity to buy goods without paying taxes. Absent-minded. An unintentional wandering of the mind. An absent-minded person may struggle with tasks that require careful attention. Being absent-minded can lead to missed opportunities and forgotten appointments. Heavily built. A large broad body that looks strong. The heavily built athlete impressed everyone with his strength and determination. The heavily built structure withstood the earthquake thanks to its solid foundation. Deeply hurt. Upset or a feeling of great unhappiness. The deeply hurt employee decided to confront his boss about the unfair treatment. He felt deeply hurt when his partner dismissed his feelings without any consideration. Bitterly disappointed. Dissatisfied with someone or something. The team was bitterly disappointed to lose the championship in the final minutes. She felt bitterly disappointed by the unexpected turn of events during the vacation. Bitterly humiliated. Feeling very sorry and embarrassed. The student was bitterly humiliated after his essay was ridiculed by the professor. He was bitterly humiliated when he accidentally spilled coffee during the meeting. Deeply concerned. Worried or nervous feeling about something. He was deeply concerned about his future after receiving the job rejection letter. The CEO was deeply concerned about the company's declining profits last quarter. Remote-controlled. Controlled or operated from a distance. Remote-controlled devices make life easier by automating everyday tasks at home. The remote-controlled helicopter flew effortlessly in the open sky during the event. Full scale. Having the exact size or proportions of the original. The government organized a full-scale response to the widespread flooding disaster. The orchestra performed a full-scale concert to celebrate the composer's anniversary. Highly probable. Likely to be true or likely to happen. Given the weather forecast, it is highly probable that the event will be postponed. It is highly probable that the team's performance will improve with better training. Utterly irresistible. Impossible to resist because of attractiveness. The aroma of fresh bread was utterly irresistible, making it impossible to walk past. She had an utterly irresistible charm, that captivated everyone she met at the event. Dead tired. Drained of strength and energy. She felt dead tired after the long journey, yet still managed to attend the meeting. Despite being dead tired, he managed to complete his project before the deadline. Fully aware. Having knowledge or perception of a situation. He was fully aware that his decision could negatively affect the project's outcome. The government is fully aware of the growing concerns regarding climate change. Interest-free. Not charging interest on borrowing or credit. Many students opt for interest-free financial aid to reduce their financial burden. They provided interest-free loans to small businesses to help boost the economy. Strongly advised. A recommendation about what should be done. It is strongly advised to avoid making decisions under emotional stress or pressure. The team was strongly advised to work collaboratively to meet the project deadline. Totally inexperienced. Having little knowledge or experience. He was totally inexperienced in managing a business and sought professional guidance. Despite being totally inexperienced, she quickly adapted to the new work environment. Firmly believed. To have strong confidence or faith. They firmly believed in the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance. He firmly believed that technology could solve many of society's complex problems.